We went to an overnight stop, didn't we? Your favourite.
It was disgusting.
Why was it disgusting?
The swimming pool was covered in mud at the bottom, and the slide, I went down it, it was very fun, and when I got off I turned around and saw there was mud all down it, and I just wiped my back in that, and it was horrible. There were bugs everywhere, and there was a sign on the outside that said, please wear a mask everywhere, including in the swimming pool.
Yeah, how that was going to work. It did make me laugh when I saw that. I thought, how we can do that? It's going to get wet.
But also, no one in the swimming pool, or the staff, anyone were wearing masks anyway.
Yeah. The beach was lovely, not crowded, blue sky. We had nice weather, didn't we?
No, I would go for that. I'd recommend that. It's a good site.
Yeah. Yeah, but don't expect that the restaurant is up to much. Was it, David? Tell us about the restaurant experience.
There was 2 meals, I think. Was it 2 meals? Or was 1? Either way, pointless. There was chicken nuggets,
Yeah.
which me and Georgia had.
Which is genetically closer to Gandhi's flip-flop.
So you weren't impressed there?
No, I ate 2.
Out of the 3 that we were given.
Yes, the ferry on the way home was not fun.
I didn't get that.
The ferry was, it was okay, it wasn't crowded, except that when we got on there to look for our cabin, which we were really excited about having a cabin, weren't we? Really excited.
Yeah.
We hadn't had one before. It was completely underwhelming.
On an inside cabin that I took one look at and went, I ain't sleeping in or going into this. Apart from using the toilet, and that was it.
Yeah. It stank, on the way to finding our cabin, it stank of fish.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember? We were terrified. We were going to be a fishy cabin. Why did it smell of fish?
I don't know, it's probably us because they transport other things. Maybe, who knows.
I remember vividly having to ask Dad to close the door because he was trying to, I don't know, sort the mirrors out for the car and the caravan, make sure everything was connected, and we were all shouting, "Shut the door! Shut the door! It stinks! It stinks!" I was gagging, Mum was gagging. Dad didn't care.
It was quite handy though because I was playing football.
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think overall our ferry experience, well, long 8-hour ferry experiences,
Not for me.
not really for me either. Rather
The cabins were too hot, stuffy, there's no window.
It looked like a reverse TARDIS.
It
Big
did,
on the
didn't it?
outside, tiny on the inside.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Then you got this horrendous nightmare when you get to Plymouth.
Well, I think it's a nightmare because people don't realise that the ferry port in Plymouth actually disgorges you onto a slalom racetrack, doesn't it?
It's just horrendous.
Like, ooh.
You've spent all this time going across Dover and being careful with your caravan through Germany on the motorways and not scraping and scratching anything, and then you get presented with what may be described as a rally bloody racing track when you get back. But then once we got back, I shot off to Devizes for a long weekend, and to try and put all this filmish together. But whilst I was there, I even had time, because the weather was okay, to get the drone up.
Would you recommend the Devizes campsite to anyone else?
I would, and as I said, one of the key things about the Devizes one, which I've found on 2 occasions now, is that you have proper customer services to you. They help you, they will even guide you to the pictures and show you exactly the right ones to pick. Cool?
When we clean, we leave the parent and child room open, and that's next door to the dishwasher.
50, as long as it's not been used by the time we get there.
Fab.
If you see something on the way and you think, oh, quite like
Even during this COVID period, just everything is just organised. So yeah, I would recommend that site.
And it's not just that though, it's really close to lovely places, like it's right on the canal.
Yeah,
Literally,
I know,
the canal
I know.
is higher than the campsite.
Yeah, yeah.
It's near Avebury, it's near Salisbury, it's near Swindon. You know, people don't know Wiltshire. It's a great little site, isn't it?
Yeah.
To stay and go and
Yeah.
visit places.
And still in Devizes, the canal's on 2 sides of the actual site.
And then it's bank holiday in August and you went to Exbridge. And Mum, specifically, let's talk about one of your favourite places in the world, Dulverton.
Yes, Exbridge is near my mum.
Yes.
It's where I'm to meet your dad, and we've been there several times. And before we get to Dulverton, it was raining again. I mean, not even a bit raining, was it? It was absolutely tipping it down.
Yes, it was. It was, and we had waterlogged pitches.
Yeah, you have to be careful on that site which pitches you choose, but it's a nice site. It's really easy, and we went to one of my favourite places ever, Dulverton. Tell us about that, David.
It's very pretty, it's very small. We all went with Jess and Granny and Foxy as well, and we found this lovely little pub. And a very interesting story about my granny and how she ordered a spicy soup. Not knowing it was spicy, she added about a tablespoon and a half of pepper into it.
And then complained how hot it was.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that. She struggled through it then.
Yes, we got there, we got to the end. But it was only a long weekend, and it was good. It was a good shout. Good, and a good site to go to.
Yeah.
So what are the other great places to visit when you're in Exbridge? What places?
Bampton, if you're going in October, they have a street fair at Bampton, isn't it?
That's really good, actually. You can go there. That's an all-day job, going around
Easily.
hundreds of streets
Easily.
all over the place. Yeah, that was good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that.
No, it's good. We found it by accident. Parking's a bit of an issue though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You need to get there early.
Yeah.
We went into Exeter.
Well, we went to Exeter for a reason, didn't we?
I didn't go.
To have a look.
Yeah, I know. We went
Why
to
did we for
why
a
did-
reason,
why did we go there, Georgia?
That's my university now.
To go and have a look at your
To have a
digs
look
and
at
send
my-
you a picture of where it was,
Oh,
where you were
yeah.
going to be. But all you needed to know was where the train station was to come home, because COVID hasn't finished, does it?
No.
I suppose it is fair to say we have had a bit of rain. Look at them clouds, but those ones up there are nice and blue. However, I think a lot of that is underwater, and that'll take a while to drain. Good job we're not in a tent. Well, in actual fact, it's a good job your awning's not out, because that'd be well flooded underneath.
We're in Dulverton to have lunch with Granny.
You can see, absolutely packed. The puddings are all on me, so we all got to have puddings.
Okay then.
Then finally in October, you went to Bognor Regis in the rain, in a storm. How did that feel?
Yeah, as you, what, a bit reminiscent of the rest of the year, isn't it? Apart from going away.
We left in the pouring rain, didn't we?
And a storm was coming.
And yes, we couldn't put the awning up.
Yet again.
And what did you think of Bognor Regis?
Definitely reflected how 2020's been.
Yeah?
Very dull. Nothing was really there. The most exciting thing was the KFC opposite the campsite. We did go to a beach. A beach is a bit of a stretch. It was more like a stretch of land with rocks on it.
Well, that's the thing with the south coast and that neck of the woods, in so much that it's all shingle and stones that end. Whereas if you head the other way towards Bournemouth and things, that's where you get sand. Am I going to say the same thing about Bognor? I thought it was okay. So Arundel Castle I thought was really good.
Yeah, Arundel Castle was good.
And some of the places that we did go and visit would have been better had it not been raining. But the noise is what would drive me nuts.
Just that site though, was surrounded by busy roads.
Yeah, but because you got KFC and because you got Burger King and you got McDonald's all in close proximity, you're getting boy racers going up and down the road.
Or girl racers.
Yeah, but it's early hours of the morning. Drives you nuts.
Yeah,
you don't get any sleep.
It's a noisy site. It's little. And the dog walk actually on the site is pathetic.
Yeah, with a big P.
Yeah, but there is a site, there's a little nature reserve right by the front that you can take Jess, which was fine. That was its redeeming quality, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, the wind did die down long enough for us to whack the drone up, and then you could see what they're building next to it was even more shops and stuff. So the noise is not going to get any better.
No. here they've done something different. So it's keys in, well,
Solution.
yeah.
Is it Milton fluid, is it?
Yeah. So it's 3 keys. So if there's a key in there, you can go in. So at the moment I can see 2, which means someone's in there, and you put them in when you come back. Only there was a problem last night. Last night I came and there were 3 keys. I thought, oh, that's all right. So I took one and go to the loo, and the toilet flushes. Somebody was in there, even though there was no keys.
Oh, it's
so
Houdini.
yeah.
Didn't need a key.
Yeah.
So now we've gone through the year. What were your favourite places this year?
Germany, mainly because of just how pretty it was, and the first meal that we had there on the first night, I had a carbonara, and it was the best meal I've ever had. It was just so good.
Okay, my best site was, it's difficult that is. It probably was the one in Germany then, because the loos were great, the toilets were great, the site you could walk all the way around it, and the food in the restaurant was just gorgeous. So Eiffel Camp is a great site.
Okay, well if I had to choose, I would slightly pick the post on La Piscine in Brittany, because there was more places to go and see, and they were pretty much superb, most of them. And yeah, I'm going to stick with that place. What about you, Georgia?
I would probably say Germany. I think that the site is fantastic, and we've explained that. But also just the scenery around it. It was just great driving there. I found, because we drive a lot, and scenery is what makes a place.
No, I have to agree with that as well. So I think the consensus of opinion there seems to be
Eiffel Camp.
Germany seems to be the one.
Yeah.
Germany, Deutschland. So next year, what we're going to be, what we're going to do, where we're going to go, what's going to happen.
Well, I need to know that because I need to start planning and booking stuff. I don't know what the rule's going to be, whether we do or do not leave Brexit. I don't even know what the story's going to be in terms of, do we need to provide anything extra, like international driver licenses, visas, who knows what. But don't be scared of it, because going abroad, all the only difference is the insurance and that bit. The rest of it, pay fees are about the same, food costs about the same, and the weather is typically better.
Don't ask me to plan 2021 when we haven't even had 2020. I've got a Steve, I don't need to do that, but I suspect we're going to be heading back to somewhere in Brittany.
I don't really know what's going to happen, because we thought lockdown would only last for about 4 weeks in March.
Yes.
Now we're in December.
It's December, as you can tell. It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
It is, and it's ho 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 and a bit of rum. Well, certainly the ho ho ho.
Rum.
Rum tum.
Come.
It's the ghost of Christmas past.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas, everybody, wherever you are in the world.
And good luck all you blokes out there who want gadgets and things. That's something you do really well.
My Christmas message is, be kind, and we all want world peace. No, it's not. My Christmas message is...
you do want that, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah. My Christmas message is just have a good time. Just have a good time and make the best of everything.
My Christmas message is, there's no iron team, but there's 2 in Martini.
And my Christmas message is, like, rate, subscribe, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments. See if you want another Q&A from me.
Well, that's it for this one. We hope you found it useful, and please don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell.